What's going on, YouTube? It's your man, Wrestling Collector Marv here with another Thursday Night Live. Hope everybody's doing well. Coronavirus way to be. Sorry, got thrown off because now StreamYard has this thing. Yeah, I'm starting right off. I'm ranting. I'm going off. So I'm going live today because I didn't go live last week, and I see StreamYard has this feature now that you cannot post an intro. So now when I go live, my intro doesn't, play like it usually does. So it kind of like threw me off because I usually press go live and the intro plays, bum bum bum, a little 47 seconds of intro, and then I start talking. But no, fortunately that's not the case today. Sorry, you see, it threw me off so much that I even forgot to take off what I had on the side. But yeah, hope everybody's doing well. It's Thursday. We're live. We're going to talk about wrestling. We're going to have figures here that we're going to be unboxing, adding to the collection. We got Ultimate Editions that we're going to be adding to the background. Well, one Ultimate Edition that we're going to be adding to the background. But yeah, I'm excited overall, even though I'm disappointed with this new feature. And I get it. I'm not paying for my account right now. But come on, man. Got to make my account look so rough. Anyway, enough of that. I take a sip. But yeah, wrestling heading into the weekend. Wow. We got a lot to talk about. We got new figures that we added to the collection. But of course, we have to talk about what's actually going on in pro wrestling. AEW lately has been off the chains. If you're watching AEW and you watch AEW, lately it's just been off the chains. It's just been like on a different level with wrestling and the violence. Even though AEW always been a little bit extreme than WWE. Back in the days, of course, during their Attitude Era and everything, when WWE was a little bit more crazy, yeah, of course, they would have had competition. But right now, not trying to knock AEW, but the way I look at it is, if you're a professional wrestling fan, it's okay, if somebody's bleeding or whatever, but in AEW, someone's always bleeding. Someone's always really getting hurt. And, as a fan, I just hope they're all okay. That's all I can say. In WWE, they do their stunts, they do these crazy things, but somehow, some way, they're a little bit more safe. And I'm not saying they're more professional than AEW, but when it comes to doing, how can I say this? Certain things that wrestlers do, like in WWE, they're more careful. In AEW, they're just like, fuck it. Whatever happens, I love you, bro, but we gotta make this money together. Let's make it happen. And hey, but I'm not knocking nobody. AEW, like I said, has been crazy lately. They're doing better. I'm not gonna front. I used to always talk shit because, as a fan, I like AEW, but I've been a WWE fan for years. So it's like you can't compare 4 years of being an AEW fan comparing to 35 years of being a WWE fan. It's a big difference. And I'm not trying to say that WWE is better than the AEW. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I've been loyally a fan to WWE for 35 years. But yeah, enough of that. We got Friday Night SmackDown heading into the weekend tomorrow. Don't really know what's gonna happen. Have an idea. They're gonna be more of a hype matches or hype sceneries heading into Saturday night main event. Excuse me. Can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I actually think Goldberg. Yes, Goldberg. If you watch Monday Night Raw and you see what happened between the ring general Gunther and Bill Goldberg, then you know what I'm talking about. I'm not surprised because at the end of the day, Bill Goldberg is no wuss. Bill Goldberg is known for being aggressive, and if you talk smack about him, he's approaching you. Gunther was talking smack for 2 weeks straight on Monday Night Raw, acting like Goldberg scared of him. So Goldberg basically came out on this Monday Night Raw and dared Gunther to take a strike at him or take a shot at him. Gunther decided to. He regretted it instantly. And the way it's looking, can't believe I'm going to say this, but I feel like Goldberg is going to defeat Gunther. and he doesn't defeat Gunther for the championship, I feel like the only way that Goldberg will be basically like in a way not being humiliated by Gunther is if he wins by DQ. Like if Gunther was to do something to get himself disqualified and Goldberg wins, or if Goldberg actually beats Gunther to become the World Heavyweight Champion, but during this progress, as Goldberg beats Gunther, if he beats Gunther, and I'm just saying if dude, what's up, sis? Everything good? Evie Frost in the house. Like I said, if he does beat Gunther, I'm not saying he is. If Goldberg beats Gunther, I feel what's gonna happen next is Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are gonna come out, attack Goldberg. Most likely it's gonna be Braun Breaker spearing the shit out of Goldberg. You know, like, all right, Goldberg, you won the belt. Congratulations. We're here to smash you up. And then Seth Rollins comes out, hand stomps Goldberg, cashes in, does another hand stomp, and then wins the championship. And then, right when you think Seth is over and it's like, okay, Roman comes out. You know? Dwayne just gave me my birthday present, and it was Ticks to Evolution Sunday. What? Congratulations and happy birthday. I hope you enjoy that. Dwayne, you the man, bro. You the man. That's fire. Evolution. Evolution. Man, talking about Evolution. Evolution's going to be great. I cannot wait for Sunday. I really hope, that in the Battle Royale, the Women's Battle Royale, I really hope we get certain superstars that haven't been part of WWE for a while, like the Bella Twins. I really hope AJ Lee comes back just for that, like that. We all know there's been talks for a while. Punk has, throwing it out there, but man, that would be awesome. I really can't wait. Yeah, you're welcome, man. Congratulations. That's awesome. That's awesome. I hope I see you guys on TV. Since they allow wrestling posters, make the sickest wrestling posters with LED lights. That'll be fire. She man, don't play with me. I'm gonna go to the arts and crafts store and get busy. I just cried for half an hour. Oh man, that's so fire. Evolution. Evolution's gonna be sick. Evolution. What we got? Like I said, the Women's Battle Royale. We got Women IC Championship, the Intercontinental Championship, which is Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkyria. That's fire versus Bayley. I'm picking in that match. At the end of the day, I'm still picking Becky Lynch, the man. Becky Lynch is too smart. Lyra is too fired up. She wants the title back, but she's too fired up and she's full of emotions. And, she looked up to Becky and Becky took the belt from her. And then you got Bayley in the mix. So I feel like Becky's walking out with the championship regardless. Then you got the women's title, which is Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus. That's going to be a sick match too. But of course, as much as I love Trish, Tiffany's going to, keep that championship. And then I believe we got the women's championship, the women's world heavyweight championship, which is Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky. I can't wait for that. I feel like, I don't know. Something's telling me that Rhea's gonna win because I think Rhea's 3-0. No, yeah, against Io. Like Io's been beat her. Like she hasn't defeated Io, so she has to defeat Io. If she doesn't defeat Io, man, I don't even know what to say. But that's gonna be fire. I can't wait to see that. I'm also excited for like I said, Saturday Night Main Event. Like I was talking about earlier, Goldberg versus Gunther. It's looking like Goldberg's gonna defeat Gunther. I just don't understand why would they take the championship away from Jay if they're gonna, it should have just been like a personal thing between Gunther and Goldberg, no championship involved. But it's like, oh man. Oh my god, I'm so crying. There's going to be so many bad bitches. I can't wait, sis. Yeah, it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. I know I'm gonna see you guys. I know I'm gonna see you guys on TV. And that's gonna be so sick to see you guys on TV. You better, if they put you on TVs, Evie, you better go nuts. Like, what? You better go nuts. I can't wait to see that for real. I really hope I see you guys on TV, which I know I am. I always see somebody that I know on TV, and I mean, that's so sick. I remember one time when I went to SmackDown over here in Providence, I came on TV, and that was fire. I think it was me and my kids. I was like, wow. So, yeah, trust me, it's possible. It's possible that I'll see you guys on TV. I can't wait to see Evolution. That's going to be fire. But, yeah, let's get into these figures. Because we have figures. Talking about Women's Evolution. Well, I mean, that sounds Wwe Evolution. Here we have, which I was hoping she was gonna be part of this, but since she just won the the Queen of the Ring tournament, and yes, I'm talking about Jade Cargill, it kind of makes sense, you know, that she's not gonna be part of Evolution, even though she should be part of it in the Battle Royal. That would be dope if she does pop up and she's part of it and nobody really knows. That would be dope. But like I said, we don't know. But here we have Elite Collection. Shout out to my son for this one, my younger son, because my younger son was the one that got me this. I sent him a text and I was like, because he was in Walmart, I was like, yo, if you see this, let me know. And he was like, okay. So he went to the toy aisle, sent me a picture, nothing. So I was like, check if they got a display. And he was like, where? I said, I don't know, just check somewhere in the middle aisle, you know, somewhere by the toy aisle, there's always a display. I said, they're putting out the SummerSlam shipper, so check if you see it. Okay. Boom. He goes, sends me a picture. I was like, damn, they got it. I said, I need that, man, so bad. He don't write nothing back. Comes home, has the figure. So I was like, what? So here we have first time in line. Wwe Collection Elites. Jade Cargill. This is fire. I do have a Jade Cargill AEW I think is a chase. I'm debating on opening this figure because I have a chase, and if I ever do meet her, which I did have the opportunity before to meet her, I just didn't have the funds, being honest, I will definitely get her AEW chase figure signed. Now, if if WWE was to come out with Ultimate Edition figures for Jay, then of course, you know, I'm adding that to the collection. I will definitely get two, which I will get one to unbox and get one to get autographed by herself. But yeah, this figure right here is pretty sick. You know what? Let's not even talk about it. I'm gonna open it because I know one day they're gonna come out with an Ultimate Edition figure, and I have a chase there from AEW. So we're gonna open this one. I can't believe I don't have a blade here. I usually have a blade to open my figures so I don't make a mess because I'm a big boy. And today I don't have a blade, so I got a pair of scissors here. So we're gonna be going with the scissors. And yes, I know it's a first time in line figure, but after she just came out dressed like Storm for the Queen of the Ring tournament, I'm really hoping that that's the Ultimate Edition figure they decide to go with for her first Ultimate Edition, which it was a Storm outfit, which to me that was sick because I was not expecting Jade to come out dressed like that, but it makes sense, you know, when she comes down and she says a storm is coming. So when I seen her dressed like that, I was like, yo, that's just fire. I was like, nothing to say. I'm happy. So I really hope that will be the Ultimate Edition figure that they decide to go with for her first Ultimate Edition figure. But yes, here we have it. Jade out the box. Looking sick. Box. Now let's take her out. Love the jacket. arms are a little stiff, of course, because the jacket. So we're gonna take the jacket off because damn, it feels like it feels like she came out of a. It feels like she's like, oh my god, like can't do nothing. Okay, we got one sleeve off. We got the other sleeve off. There we go. Now we're gonna hold her. Her arms are so big that you can't tell which way is the, But yeah, let's see. There we go. Pretty sick figure, I have to say. I'm gonna show you guys real quick after I get her nice and posed. This is a sick figure, I have to say. Check it out. Check it out. Sick figure. I'm a big J Cargill fan. Even when she was in AEW, I admire her because like she came from basketball and tried this wrestling, and so far, thank God that it worked out for her. She has a family, she's married, she has a beautiful daughter. So big props to her. I love the fact that this figure right here came out so clean. Like it looks definitely like her. Sick figure. Shout out to my son again, my youngest son, for getting me this figure. He definitely looked out for me. I was not expecting him to do that. But he graduated from high school recently and he's been working more hours and surprised me with a figure. Like I said, I was not expecting it. All I said was, damn, I need to get that figure because, I wanted to get the figure. And for him to come home and was like, here, I was like, what? I was like, let's go. He was like, I seen that I was there, so, he's like, I didn't want you to miss the opportunity not to get it. So I was like, I bet. But yeah, got J Cargill from Series 116 Elites. From this wave, I would definitely have to get Brian Pillman. I seen Lexus King a couple of times, but nothing against Lexus King. I'm not really a fan. I was more a fan of his when he was in AEW. But this whole look that he got going on with the fake beard, and I'm like, nah. I already had Randy Orton. Would definitely love to get Kevin Owens. I've seen him a couple of times, but decided not to pick it up. But yeah, shout out to Jay. Welcome to the Marvelous Collection. We unboxed you. You're breathing. Do I have The Rock? The Ultimate Collection, and welcome to the Marvelous channel, man. We have here WFW. Welcome, brother. Welcome. But yeah, do I have The Rock? Which one are you talking about? The Ultimate Edition? Because I have a couple of Rock figures. Like literally, I sometimes I open my figures, and you know how you collect figures and you don't realize how many figures you have until you start unboxing some, and then you look at your pile of figures and you're like, wow, I got a couple of Rock figures. So yeah, I got a couple of Rock figures from, oh man, I got the latest Elite Ultimate Edition. Excuse me, Elite Final Boss figure, which we have The Rock here with the vest, the finger in the sky, acknowledging Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, which I believe when Roman comes back, we're gonna be acknowledging him as Tribal Chief 1. They say he might come back for Saturday Night Main Event, or he might be returning for definitely SummerSlam. But I feel like he's gonna return before SummerSlam. If he's gonna have a feud before with anybody for SummerSlam, yeah. I keep mixing up my words. Excuse me, I was thinking earlier. But yeah, I have that rock. I got the Ultimate Edition rock, Final Boss also. Where's she at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Up here. And then I also have another Ultimate Edition rock right in front of me with the sunglasses. Took a watch from one of my soldiers off. I had a G.I. Joe figure. Took his watch off, put it on the rock to make it look more official with the sunglasses, the vest, the boots. You can see here. Ultimate Edition. All right. Have a good night. Be safe. Ultimate Edition. Rock. Like I said, I got a couple of rock figures. I'm a rock fan, you know. What's been going on lately with the rock? And you know, WWE. Don't really know what's going on there, but as his work in, you know, the ring and out the ring, you know, I'm a rock fan. Support him. I have to say I support him. But let's see what happens because a lot of people's been saying that Roman's gonna return with a Hall of Famer, reunite with a Hall of Famer to, I think, go against Seth. And the only person that I could think of is The Rock. Hall of Famer, reunited. Come on, man. I'm not even surprised if The Rock is the guy that Roman's gonna come back with. Because we already know that at the end of the day, The Rock and Roman's family. And even if there's any hostility between them two, they big boys. They know how to talk, you know. Testosterone versus testosterone, you know. Oos versus oos. They understand each other. We've seen it before where we think The Rock and Roman's gonna fight. And then before you know it, we got The Rock and Roman giving each other a pound in the middle of the ring. And everybody's like, yo, these dudes just like mad at each other like a couple of months ago. And now they're like, nothing ever happened because blood's thicker than water. You know, like I'm not surprised. But talking about figures, man. I was looking at some figures earlier on ringside. Ringside be having some sick figures. They got a SummerSlam sale going on right now. Look at all the sales they got going on right now. Seth Rollins for $11.49. Jimmy Uso for $16.99. Elites. Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief for $17.99. CM Punk for $19.99. You know, like come on now. A basic Rhea for $11.99. Even if it's a basic, it's Rhea Ripley. You know. We got the Great Muta for $29.99. We got the Sandman for $14.99. What's this? Razor Ramon. Razor Ramon, you know? And this is right here is the WE from the Vault Ringside exclusive, Series 4. $17.99. That's a steal. I'm thinking about getting this. Look at this figure. The bad guy. Look at this figure. So fire. I can't wait to, or not that I'm rushing to get off the live, but I can't wait to, you know, when I do get off because I'm going to be watching the Superman movie. Yes, sir. Can't wait to see it. I'm a big Superman fan. I've been dying for this movie to drop already. You know, I was disappointed at first when I seen that Henry Cavill wasn't going to be playing Superman no more because me, as a Superman fan, I accepted Henry Cavill to be Superman. And I was excited with what they was going to do with Henry Cavill going on as Superman. And then I know where they just dropped him. So, yeah, you know, I was a little bit skeptical with the new Superman actor. And so far, I heard great things about the movie. People that I know that seen it, so I'm excited to see it because your boy right here. I don't know if you guys can. Nah, you guys can't see that. Your boy right here is a big Superman fan. I got a big Superman logo right here. So yeah, Superman wrestling, you know, Batman, but Superman's my guy, definitely. And not because he's strong and he could fly and Superman's my guy because he's kind. You know, he goes out his way to help people. He does things that we wish right now in this world things will be happy. We have somebody that will be doing things like that, like a guardian. So that's the reason why I like Superman so much, because he's kind. He goes out his way to help people. He's you know like more human than I have to say humans just by the DC comics. But yeah, man, Superman's my guy. It's like that's when I see the boys and I see Homelander. It's like if they was to ever have an evil Superman movie, that would be sick, because imagine what Superman could do if he wanted to be fucked up. Like we see what he could do with his powers as good. So imagine what he could do if he was insane and nobody could stop him. That's a scary thought. Homelander would look like a extra Superman. I'm trying not to curse so much on YouTube because I don't want YouTube to be hating on me. Like I gotta be careful what I say. Gotta be respectful. And I know I say I want to be myself, and that's cool. I could be myself, but I just gotta use better language. So that way, my ratings can continue to go up. Because at the end of the day, I love to go live on YouTube and have fun and be here every Thursday night and talk about wrestling and predictions. If there's a pay-per-view coming up or there's a new figures that I'm adding to the collection, like tonight, we got Jade Cargill, unboxed and into the Marvelous collection. She's now breathing. She got her hands up like Randy Orton right now. She's like, yeah. But yeah, we got Jade into the collection. So I'm excited about that. This is a sick figure. Sick figure. Gonna stand her right here next to Hunter. We got the jacket right here, which we gotta take a look at the jacket. We're ready to take a look at the detail. Pretty sick how she got the background right there with the jade. Now we're gonna put the jacket away. You did come with 2 extra hands. These hands don't have no nails, so I guess these are the punching hands. So yeah, got Jade out the box. She's breathing. But yeah, man. Saturday night main event. I'm really excited about what we just found out recently, the 4th match, which is gonna be Jimmy Uso versus Solo Sikoa. Now hear me out. What if Solo Sikoa drops the championship to his brother so Jimmy could finally have his moment and be a singles competitor and a champion? That would be so dope if Solo was to lose the belt to Jimmy in a short amount of time like that, just recently winning that belt from Jacob. And now, let's be honest, Solo did not win that belt fair and square. He needed help to defeat Jacob. So what if that was to be Solo's karma, where he defends the championship against his brother Jimmy? Don't take his brother Jimmy seriously because he got backup, but then everything just backfire. What's up, brother? We got Nerd Affiliated in the house. Yes, sir. Can I get a yeah? Yeah. But yeah, man, what if Jimmy was to beat Solo for the United States Championship just because, like I said, Solo did not defeat Jacob fair and square. He needed help to defeat Jacob. So what if that's Solo's karma, where he loses a championship to Jimmy just because he takes Jimmy lightly because he feels like he has this one already because he has backup. But what if it backfire? What if Jay shows up? What if Jacob shows up? You know what I'm saying? What if Roman shows up? Anything could happen. Anything could happen. I really hope that my guy Jimmy finally gets his opportunity and becomes a singles competitor and wins the United States Championship for the first time. Yeah. That'll be dope, honestly speaking. That'll definitely be dope to see Jimmy become the United States Champion just because Solo took him lightly. I got excited. I got so excited I almost lost my voice. Good thing I got the iced tea nearby. Salud. Because once I seen the news today that Jimmy will be taking Solo in Saturday Night's Live main event for the United States Championship, I was like, yo, wouldn't this be the perfect opportunity to see Jimmy Uso win a singles championship? You know? And honestly speaking, I really hope that it happens. So my money, mi dinero, my money is with Jimmy. Because I feel like Jimmy got this like, I don't know. I just feel like it's been building up for it. Like, if Jimmy wins the United States Championship on Saturday night main event, I'm gonna be hype. I'm gonna be mad hype. Because my guy deserves it. And I'm gonna show you guys how hype I am about this match that I got. In front of me. Jimmy and Solo. Face off. Yes, sir. But yeah, like I said, that's how hype I am about this. That's how hype I am about it. That I want to see my guy, Jimmy, become United States champion. So for Saturday's main event, I'll tell you right now my predictions. United States Championship, we were just talking about it. Jimmy. I'm going with Jimmy. I'm sorry, Solo. Nothing against you. I love you, Solo. I do. But I'm going with Jimmy because Jimmy deserves this. You already got your chance. You became champion. You got it in the books. Now it's Jimmy's turn. I'm going with Jimmy. Since day one, I've been a big Uso supporter, so I'm going with Jimmy. Now we got LA Knight versus Seth Rollins. I feel like this match might go to Seth, but just because I'm a big LA Knight fan, I'm sticking with my guy. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going with LA Knight to defeat Seth Rollins. I don't know. I feel like Seth might have a bad night starting off against LA Knight, losing to LA Knight, but I feel like Seth might cash in on the match between Goldberg and Gunther. And like I said in the beginning of this live stream, I feel like Goldberg might defeat Gunther. What is disqualification because Gunther did something not to make Goldberg look humiliated in his own hometown. Or Goldberg just defeats Gunther fair and square and beats him for the championship. And then comes Braun Breaker, spears Goldberg. Seth comes out, cashes in, stomp, wins the belt. Then Roman comes out. Or Roman don't come out, and Roman comes out another night and, goes after Seth. Something. But let's see what happens. I know I'm pretty close to my predictions as a fan for 35 years and being part of everything that's been going on with WWE. You learn a couple of things. Even though it's under new management, you just got to pay attention. Then we have Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. Randy's been on a losing streak lately, and we've seen that he's been really holding back from trying to not really hurt people. We've seen it against Cody and King and Queen tournament in Saudi Arabia. We've seen it against, who else we've seen it against? Randy's been holding back a lot. We know. He's been holding back a lot. So I feel like this right now is what he needs because everybody thinks that he's no longer the same Randy Orton. Excuse me, my neck's been killing me. Started working out yesterday, forget it. So I feel like definitely Randy has to win this match. Even though Drew just came back, but Randy has to win this match. It's a must. So I'm going with Randy. Then we have, of course, Goldberg versus Gunther. And like I said, I don't know, after what I seen on Monday, and I seen the fear in Gunther's eyes when he seen Goldberg face to face. I feel like Goldberg definitely has this in the bag. So going with Goldberg, Seth Rollins comes out, cash in on him. That's my prediction. For WWE Evolution, we have a battle royal for the women's title. Whoever wins has a title match. Then we have women's Intercontinental Championship, which is Bayley versus Liva Valkyria versus the man Becky Lynch. My money, I'm Becky Lynch retaining the championship. There's too much hostility between Bayley and Lyra just wants her title back, so she's not even trying to be friends with nobody. She's okay with just making enemies right now. So, like I said, there's a lot of emotions involved, and the man Becky Lynch knows how to take advantage of that since she's a veteran. So I'm going with the man retaining the championship and walking out just the same way she walked in, champion. And of course, we have the women's title, which is Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus. Like I said in the beginning, as much as I love Trish, Tiffany retains. And then, of course, we have the Women's World Heavyweight Championship, which is Io Sky, the champion, defending against Rhea Bloody Ripley. And honestly speaking, we all know that Rhea has not defeated Io yet. So, being that this one will be what? The fourth time? I have to say I'm going with Rhea. We all say the third time's a charm, but in Rhea's case, the fourth time's a charm. If Rhea don't beat Io, then I don't know what else to say. I'm not taking nothing away from Io because at the end of the day, Io's a beast. But if Rhea does not defeat Io, then she cannot call herself mommy no more. And she's not on top. Io is. Moving on, we got some figures here to unbox. The next figure here that I'm going to be unboxing is my first, even though I have a Defining Moments and a Ultimate Edition figure of this certain wrestler, I'm going to be showing you guys who we got and who we got to finally be unboxing and letting out into the Marvelous Collection. From the shipper box, from the SummerSlam shipper box, from the SummerSlam shipper display. Hesitated to get him, but I finally did. Here we have my guy that I was just talking about. That I say he's gonna defeat Seth Rollins tomorrow on, Saturday Night Main Event. The megastar, L.A. Knight. Yeah. We got the megastar, L.A. Knight. So we're gonna be unboxing this bad boy, like I said. Got him as a Defining Moment figure, thanks to my son, and got him as an Ultimate Edition figure. So I said to myself, you know what? Let me get this one. I wasn't gonna get him, but then I was like, you know what? I don't got a LA Knight. I'm trying to be polite with the box, but it wasn't working. I don't got an LA Knight figure unboxed. We got the Raw background, yes sir. Saving this one. So I was like, let me give me this LA Knight figure. So I probably have an LA Knight figure unboxed. I do have a basic LA Knight figure unboxed, but I was like, nah. This one comes with the vest. It's a Netflix edition figure, Elite. Yeah, I'm glad I got it. Because at first I was like, nah, I'm not going to get it. When I first seen the shipper box, a lot of people think that I buy figures. And no, I seen the shipper box and I took pictures of all the figures that I seen. and I posted it right away so people could see that in my area we finally got the shipper box, because there's usually people that hit me up on Instagram and will ask me if I see figures in my area, and if it's people that from my area that are local, then of course I look out for them, because at the end of the day, hey, yeah, I see you here. And sometimes people will be like, okay, can you do me a favor? You see this figure, and can you stash it for me? And so I do things like that, but sometimes I don't do it all the time, because at the end of the day, you get caught doing things like that, and right away the people from the stores, which is either Walmart or Target or wherever you buy your figures from, think you're gonna steal something, and it's not the case. We just want to put it away sometimes for somebody else to pick up and buy, or we don't have the money at the moment. We just want to put it somewhere so we could come back later in the afternoon or the next day and buy it. But sometimes it's not the case. So you gotta take losses. I took a lot of losses that day. I took pictures of all the figures basically that we had in my local Walmart, the shipper display, but um, a lot of figures before I even got to the shipper display, because I know somebody that works in Walmart. They usually give me a call like, "Hey, we just got this in. We don't know if you need any of these, but if you want to come take a look, come take a look." Usually I do, and that wasn't the case that day. Usually the person that does hit me up told me that when they was gonna put it to the floor, he said, "Don't put it out yet. I'm gonna take my lunch. I'm gonna call my friend or my boy or my guy, whatever he calls me, to come see if he needs anything from here." And long story short, he goes to lunch. Just forgot to hit me up because he had things going on. So I get it. He has a life. And he said when he came back in, the ship display was already on the floor because a rude customer was asking for it. And I'm a little disappointed. I'm not mad, but I'm a little disappointed because supposedly this ship box, the shipper display, had the John Cena that I'm looking for, which is the clear John Cena, the elite figure John Cena. And I believe there was like 3 figures of that same. And he told me that he was trying to take at least 2 of them out so I could get one. And it wasn't the case. So I appreciate my, friend for doing that for me, but I ain't mad at him. Even when he told me the story, I was like, I'm not mad at you, bro. Like, it is what it is. I said, people are ridiculous. He's like, nah, I tried to hold it back there until I came back from lunch, but it wasn't the case. This person was being obnoxious about it and was trying to throw his weight around as a YouTuber or whatever. He's like, you don't even do that. He's like, so they put it on the floor. I said, it's okay. So if anybody knows anything about a clear John Cena figure, an elite clear John Cena figure, and you either see it in your area for $20, $22, $23, $25 the most, and you want to do me a favor, please, I appreciate it. I will definitely send you the money. I've never, like, don't get me wrong, like, I have to also look out for my friend, which did me that favor recently, and it's just been rough. So I haven't really been buying things. So, like I said, thank you to my son that bought me this figure, because at the end of the day, these bills that we get are sometimes a little bit too crazy. So, but yeah, that John Cena figure, man, I want that figure so bad. And the reason why I want that figure so bad is because it's a sick figure. It is a very, very sick figure. Check this figure out, man. Clear John Cena figure. I need that figure. Need it. Sick figure, man. I don't even know how many times I posted that figure on my Instagram. But look, if you guys haven't seen it, check it out. Sick. Need that figure. I need it. But yeah, here we have LA Knight out the box. Yeah. LA Knight. Yeah. Sick figure. We got LA Knight out the box. So hype. Finally got my LA Knight figure. Bandana gave me an LA Knight figure. Like I said, I got 2 LA Knight figures. I'm talking like I don't have an LA Knight figure, but like I said, I got a basic one somewhere over here. It's been unboxed for a while. Then I have now the one that I said earlier, and the Ultimate. I'm getting old. I forget things. But yeah, we got LA Knight out the box. We got 2 more figures here. One more that I'm going to be unboxing, and the other one that I'm going to be adding to the back wall, which is an Ultimate Edition. And we've been on now for, wow, 45 minutes. That's crazy how time just flies by. But let me show you guys this next figure here. Now, this bad boy, I've been dying to get. And I got lucky. I got lucky with this one. Because like I said, when I seen the SummerSlam shipper display, I took pictures of all the figures that I seen. I did not purchase no figures that day. None. I tried to push some figures away. That didn't work. So I got lucky when I went back and I seen this figure. And the box is not in the greatest condition, but it's in better condition than I've seen compared to the figures. But yeah, here we have Elite Collection, Monday Night War, WWE versus WCW. Trillionaire Ted DiBiase, that's who you built the figure. But here we have Hollywood Hulk Hogan for life. NWO with the Scully. Had to get this figure. I got a big Hulk Hogan display figures behind me. So of course I had to get this figure because I also have a big NWO display in front of me, which is Mr. Perfect, 6, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Lex Luger, all with the NWO colors. So this figure right here is gonna go with the boys. Background, of course, we saving. And here we have it, baby. NWO. Damn, Hulk Hogan got that. His hat flew off. His hat flew off. Let me show you. But there's a stick figure, man. Let me show you guys real quick. Let me show you guys real quick. Fire. Fire. Like I said, I got lucky with this figure. I was surprised that it was even there the next day. I was like, oh my God. But at the same time, you know, I wasn't too surprised, and I'm not trying to be negative because we all know that Hulk Hogan has lost a lot of fans over the years. And I don't blame people, you know. Certain things you shouldn't say, but like I said, I'm a fan of back in the days, Hulk Hogan, you know, when I grew up as a child. Not that bullshit is going on now. Excuse me, I don't mean to drop any curses, but just being realistic. And here we have the Ted DiBiase face, excuse me, head. But yeah, we got Hulk Hogan on the box. Fire. Fire. 2 extra hands. And now, for the final fig that we add into today's collection, this bad boy right here. I was so excited when I seen this figure because I was like, yes. I was like, I am so glad because I said it to myself when this first dropped on Walmart, they have a pre-order, and I was like, damn, I gotta get this figure. And then when I seen that all the pre-order was done, I was like, damn, I hope I didn't lose the opportunity to get this figure. But yes, we was patient. We waited for it to drop. It dropped. We seen it in the wild. We picked it up. So without further ado, let me show you what we have. And here we have Ultimate Edition. Let's see. Monday Night War, WWE versus WCW. Raw, September 28, 1998. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Ultimate Edition. This figure right here has a lot of history. This is actually the night when Stone Cold Steve Austin got arrested on Monday Night Raw, I believe for attacking Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon pressed charges against him and had Stone Cold arrested and escorted out in handcuffs. And it says here, at the breakdown in your house, the Texas Rattlesnake was cheated out of his WWE Championship. The next night, Stone Cold drove a Zamboni down to the ringside and drove right into the fray to open up a can of whoop ass. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. And that's exactly how it went down. Stone Cold Steve Austin came down and beat the hell out of out of Vince McMahon. And like I said, that night right there was iconic. I will never forget that night as a fan, as a kid, to see Stone Cold Steve Austin come down and beat Vince McMahon's ass for what he did to him. But yeah, this figure right here, well, that's the collection. As you can see, that image right there with Stone Cold Steve Austin be escorted out with his hands behind his back, smiling. Yeah, there's no man that. Let me see if I can find it real quick on YouTube. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Perfect. Yep. He drives down, attack Kane, Vince McMahon, Undertaker. He attacks everybody. He didn't care. He didn't care. Let me see. Hold on, because I don't want to get hit with no, you know. Let me show you guys. Right here, right here. This right here was pure magic. Stone Cold Steve Austin, as you can see, the scenery, the shirt, everything is there. Oh man. But yeah, got this Ultimate Edition figure added to the collection. Getting ready now. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's live stream like always. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. Appreciate everybody that tuned in to show love. Appreciate you guys 100%. And like I said, if not, I'd be me right here by myself talking to myself looking crazy. Don't forget to smash that like button, share it on your platform. Let them know your boy Jay, aka Marv's, a figure collector that loves wrestling and talks wrestling every Thursday night. But yeah, man, I appreciate all you guys. Have a marvelous night. And once again, stay safe. Corona free is the way to be. And you know the rest. Stay marvelous. Quick recap. LA Knight unbox here tonight. Yeah. We got Jay Cargill out the box. Fire. And we got Hollywood Hulk Hogan out the box also. Recent figure from the SummerSlam shipper box. All these figures right here from the SummerSlam shipper box. So if you see them in your local Walmart, Target, don't hesitate, buy one. If you see a clear John Cena figure, hit me up. Let me know. I definitely want that figure so bad. But I am not trying to pay $60 on my Mercari or $75 when this figure costs $22. Have a good night, everybody. Stay marvelous. Collect what you love. See you guys next week. And like I said, let's see what happens in Saturday Night Main Event and Wwe Evolution. Stay marvelous, everybody. Predictions will be up for those shows soon. Love you too, guys. Have a good night, man. Enjoy Evolution for real. And cheer for me there. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm going to smoke. Have a good night, guys. I love you. Be safe. Enjoy.